You know, family, for the life of me, I can't understand why we are so quick to forgive these hybrids, especially when they never ask for forgiveness. But I know, I forgot Jesus Christ tell you to love your enemy, turn the other cheek, do good to those who hate you, some shit like that, right? So I was just listening to Willie D live, and he was talking about, I guess, a story where a black firefighter was interacting with a hybrid, an old hybrid in his 90s or whatever. And I guess he was pretty much telling him, how it was back in the days when he was also a firefighter. I'm talking about the hybrid, the old 90-something-year-old hybrid. And he was basically telling, stories about how there was a practice to allow black people to die, to perish in fires, even babies, elderlies. And I guess because now he's on his way out to go meet the ancestors, our ancestors, fuck him up, fuck his life up, right? Because these devils think when they die, they're gonna meet Jesus and shit. Everything they have done to us, all you gotta do is believe in Jesus Christ. Just believe, baptize and believe, eat of his body, drink of his blood, and that's it. You just have to believe. See, that's a false narrative that they have given them because they don't have any hope. These devils don't have a soul, family. They don't. They don't have a soul. They may have a spirit, but they don't have a soul. And they don't realize they're going to come back. They're going to come back to go through the same exact thing what we've been through, if not worse. You know what I mean? So he was talking about how they used to allow black people to perish in fire. He would, if this is a hybrid talking, he would hear screams of baby people, black people screaming, and they would allow, them to die. And, he had to take therapy because it bothered him or whatever, right? And as Willie D said, I'm thinking about what Willie D said when he was saying, what about like all these so-called ambulances, right? These EMS and shit when they come to pick us up. And remember, like a couple of years ago, I used to talk about how that when they do not put organ donation on your driver's license, because when they get you, the first thing they check for is ID, not to basically identify, just to see what is put on this ID. And then if you're in a car accident, something, minor, something, you can pretty much recover from, they start to put you to death. They literally start cutting off your oxygen and shit. So you could be brain dead, and so you could be an organ donor, especially black people, because, we got healthier organs than these hybrids do. And to hear him, Willie D, tell a story, it just brings me back to this whole religion thing. You know what I'm saying? These same fucking hybrid, these same wicked ones that's preaching, teaching to the slaves on Sunday, after Sunday service, guess what? The slaves go right back into bondage, being persecuted, being hung, whipped, the women being raped, the children being raped, and the men being raped, and the animals too. You know what I'm saying? So what did these so-called white pastors did for y'all, for our ancestors? Because I'm sure when the slave master and the slave went to church, both of them had two different prayers, right? The slave master probably prayed for more slaves and shit. And I'm sure the slave probably prayed for freedom. And after the motherfucking service, praying to white Jesus, guess what happened? Slave went right back into slavery. So who prayer got answered? Which God answered who prayers? You know what I'm saying? Y'all still don't get it. Y'all goofy still don't get it. Oh, because, I'd rather side on the side of caution, and even this nigga Jesus is real. At least I covered all bases. No, because the Most High is gonna say, "Depart from me, I knew you not." That's one thing they put in the New Testament that made a lot of sense. Because when you go before your Maker and the Most High realize that you are one of many that have put another God before Him, i.e., Jesus Christ, Lucifer. You know what I'm saying? When He told you in the Old Testament, He gave the law. Malachi 3:6 says, "For I am the Lord and I change not." So if He doesn't change, He's not going to change His commandments, which is idolatry, to worship other gods. So you think no matter how much you want to put up John 1:1 in the beginning, whatever was the word and word was the God. That's what the fuck they said. It's in a book that they wrote. You know what I mean? All these things these hybrids have done to us, they really believe at the end they're just going to go on their knees and say, or when they're on their deathbed, a priest is going to come into the room and shit and just say, all you have to do is accept Jesus Christ as your personal Savior, and their sins are just going to be washed away, absolved. If that's the case, then where's the justice? You know what I'm saying? Where's the righteous judge, which is supposed to be the Most High? Because if that's the case, if that is the case, if it's that easy for them to conduct all this shit, this wickedness on this planet, right, towards black people and other nations as well, but I'm focused on my people, and it's just so easy for them to go on their knees, then one, I don't want to worship that God. I hate that motherfucking God. I really do. Because you have innocent children that had nothing to do with nothing, perish in fires, according to this old hybrid, right? This elderly hybrid motherfucker. And if this God, I literally sit back and allow this shit to happen, and then in the end, all you have to just say, just forgiveness, ask for forgiveness, and then he'll forgive. Then man, this God is a tyrant. I would never want to worship this motherfucker. I would rather go to hell, to be honest. I'd rather just become an atheist and just live my life and just, hey, whatever happened, happened. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I do not worship the white man's God. I believe in the Most High, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, because he gave us a law. And he tells you what happened when you break it. And it's simple. Just follow the fucking laws. And the dietary law is best to your ability and shit. Why are you going after you? Why are you allowing Jesus Christ to allow you to sin? Do you ever realize that Christianity literally allows you to sin? 70 times 7, that's what the book says. 70 times 7 is just to forgive. So you're allowed to sin 70 times 7 and shit. You know what I'm saying? You're allowed basically to sin, and all you have to do is ask for forgiveness. That, to me, doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? If I have kids, which I do, and I tell them, listen, I do not want y'all to touch. For example, I have car collections. Right? I collect antique toys and shit like that. Cars, I love cars, right? Because back in the day when I was younger, we was living in poverty and shit. We was poor, so we couldn't afford certain toys. I remember the only toy that I ever gotten in my whole life when I was living in Jamaica was a fire truck and two cars, two die-cast metal cars that my mother sent from America when she came to the Americas. And I'm not straying off topic. I'm just trying to share something with y'all, right? And a fire truck. And I remember to this day, me being as old as I am, I can still remember me playing with this fire truck. So much so I've actually, I'm willing to spend hundreds of dollars for this exact same fire truck, but I cannot find it. Why? Because the memory is just lasting. This was the first real toy. In Jamaica, we had to make our toys. You know what I'm saying? And we actually got these toys. It was a fire truck. It was actually a jet engine, airplane, right? That light up, and some die-cast toys. I remember these shits. And when I got older and I was able to afford, to buy toys and shit like that as a collector, just like I collect firearms, I collect toys, right? And I was looking for this one. I thought I came close to it, and I went on eBay, and it was, bidding it and shit. And they was talking about it was like $109, and it probably wasn't even worth that much. But I just remembered the experience that I had when I was younger. So now that I'm collecting these toys, I have them all over my man cave. You've probably seen some of my videos, my older videos, and I'll tell my kids, listen, do not touch my toys. I just had a 2-year-old. He's 2 years old now. It's basically a replacement of my son. I think we come back anyway. I do believe we are ancestors. So my son that perished, he got killed in 2021. And now I have a 2-year-old. So I think like my son basically came back. So, I allow him to play with certain toys. So if I give a decree, I said, listen, do not touch these toys, right? That's a commandment. That's a law that I put down. So my kids know not to touch these toys because they know the ramification of it. But if they believe all they have to call upon is Jesus, right? Ask Jesus to forgive them. They will challenge me. They will challenge like how we challenge the Most High doing shit, and in the end, Jesus ain't saving you because you're going to be held accountable for your sins. They will challenge me because they believe, okay, all I have to do is go to Dad and say, Daddy, I'm sorry, right? And okay, I might overlook it the first time, but the second time, I'm not going to overlook it because you're really not sorry because you did it again. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Christianity does to you goofies. It allows you to sin over and over and over again. So to hear this hybrid, well, I didn't actually hear the hybrid, but to hear the story of this hybrid saying that he used to allow black people to perish in fires, it really turned my spirit. And this is why no matter how much, family, I kid you not, no matter how much I try to scale back my feelings towards these fucking people, you know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, not all of them are wicked. I know they have it in them. Because you do have some of them that actually show a lot of humanity. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they probably are black people and shit trapped in that came back as a fucking hybrid and gonna have to go through some punishment and shit. Maybe they were in the last life they was black and now they came back as a white man. Because y'all hybrids, white people. Let me explain something to y'all. Y'all don't have a soul. It's no heaven for y'all. Okay, we created y'all. The Most High did not create y'all. The Most High from Adam from the dirt blew the breath of life of man became a living soul. That is us. When you check the dirt is not white. The dirt is fucking brown, different shades of brown. So y'all wasn't created by the Most High. I don't care how much church y'all go to. I don't care how much communion y'all take. I don't care how much Jesus Christ blood y'all drink and body y'all eat. Y'all going to damnation. Y'all gonna have to be paid. Y'all gonna have to pay for everything that you and your ancestors have done to us. And I personally believe that when we die, their spirit is going to go into some kind of body, some kind of fucking body that's going to absorb heat. That's literally going to they're going to be tortured. And I do believe in a hell. I believe in a hell, but not the way how Christianity teaches it. Because, this hell was not made for us black people. It was made for the fallen angel as well as these hybrids, because they're from the fallen one, whether y'all know it or not. White people are from the fallen. The troglodytes that mingle with men, right, came from another species, came from the fallen angels. It's deep. I don't talk about it much because it sounds kind of crazy and shit, but yes, this is why you see white people have a total different look to them. And the reason why, because after thousands of years of them mating with human beings, right? Well, let me use that word very loosely. Mating with melanated people, they start to have a lot of attributes of us, start to look more like it. But you see, one thing is distinct from them is their skin complexion, even the smell of them. They smell like animals, smell like dog. They got like a sulfur smell, a stink smell of sulfur. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not from here. They're not native to this planet. They're like seed of the fallen ones. I'm telling you, family. And this is why you see them. They have dominion over us, because the fallen ones allow their offspring to have dominion over the Most High creation, which is us. So this hybrid, when he leaves this earth, he have something that awaits him. People like to say karma. Karma is a bitch. Yes. What goes around comes around. Everything that he have done to these people, because these people so cry out for judgment on these devils, for revenge. And it's going to happen. It's going to happen. You see a lot of these devils strung out on opioids on the street, homeless. That's because they came back. They don't realize they came back to live out the judgment. Just like us, some of our people you see, strung out on drugs, homeless, whatever, living in the elements because they was wicked at one point and they came back to live out the judgment. But I believe that these devils are going to a special place. The ones that used to hang our people on trees, burn our kids alive. That's where you get the whole barbecue thing from. That's why I don't do 4th of July, because y'all don't even understand none. Y'all don't understand a lot of these holidays y'all celebrate is pagan. It's basically commemorating what they used to do to us. But they dress it up and shit. Y'all, boy, I tell y'all. So yeah, family. So this is why I'm gonna be honest with you. From this point on, I don't give a fuck. I am not handing out no more charities to these devils. If I see, who am I to if the Most High decides he's gonna punish them, who am I to try to object to that? From now on, it's only gonna be me and my people. That's it. I don't give a fuck about no other nation. I swear to God. I swear to the Most High. I swear to God. I swear to the Most High. From this point on, I don't care about no nations. When I see them begging, I'm gonna drive right past them. Let the dead bury the dead. Let them own people take care of them. You understand what I'm saying? Make their own people take care of them. It is what it is. Shalom.